sweltering heats of the Mojave Desert, to the unpredictable habitat of Tanzania's Serengeti, to the murky depths of the Mariana Trench, to the exhilarating heights of Mount Kilimanjaro, you have the pleasure of listening to From Chicago to Dummast, the Dummast Podcast.
Your time is up, my time is now. It's the franchise and the now. Your time is up, your time is now. Just in case you forgot, I fell off. Go ahead, knock your shell off. Man, hey, if y'all didn't know that we were in WrestleMania season, now you know. It is on and popping. You have made it to episode 84 of the Dummast Podcast. And as you can see by my energy, I'm ready for it, man. I'm ready for WrestleMania season. This is not my official WrestleMania preview. No matches, like maybe a few. Maybe a few matches have been called for WrestleMania, which is still 50 days away, but I'm excited. I'm doing a podcast. It's been a minute since I did a podcast. Sorry for the wait, but I'm back. I'm gonna get right into it. I got an interview with Cody. We talking about Jey Uso, Charlotte Flair, the Royal Rumble, which was back in January. It's March, early March, man. I took some time off, but I'm back into it. Let's get it. I'm gonna go straight into this interview with Cody, the segment with Cody, and we're gonna break down Royal Rumble. We're gonna break down the Royal Rumble winners, the emergence of Jey Uso, Charlotte Flair being hated on by wrestling fans. So definitely want to check that out. But when I'm back, I have to go solo on this one, man, because I got to get all my energy out, man. I got to get all my thoughts out. So definitely stay tuned for that. But let's run this Cody segment. Peace. Yo, what is up? I'm here with Cap the Great, and I want to, you know what I want to talk about, Cap? I want to talk about this last Royal Rumble. I want to talk about the Royal Rumble that just passed on Saturday. How'd you like it? What'd you think about the two winners coming out of the Royal Rumble?
Man, hey, all I gotta say is yeet, you know what I'm saying? Hey, been talking about my guy for a while now since I done got back into it. And it's kind of crazy when I fell out of wrestling, they was just coming into wrestling, you know what I'm saying? They came in at a time where it wasn't no juice, but they was building it back up.
Right.
And man, to see my boy go in there, first off, hell of a fucking pay-per-view. Rumble was nuts, you know what I'm saying? Charlotte Flair called it out the blue. But
Right.
right now,
You did.
Jey Uso, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the man, bro. That's the
Yep.
man, bro. I mean, I'm happy for him, dog. He got his chance. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it was kind of building up to it, like when we was like, I was mad as hell. They took the Intercontinental belt from him. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, I had to give it this damn belt up that fast, you know. But I was like, man, maybe they got something else in store for this man if they taking it away that fast, you know. Sure
Right.
enough,
Right.
throw him into the storyline with Gunther. You know what I'm saying? Now that's brewing up. Hey, it's gonna be definitely one. He definitely gonna come out champion, bro. That's how I'm standing on
I
that.
would
You
think
know,
it would be a really bad move to put him in this position and
and not give it to
him
him.
not get it. I think the Cody situation, you remember when Cody went to WrestleMania, he
Yep,
lost it. They
yep.
were telling a story. Cody was hot, but he wasn't this hot. Like Jey Uso is
Facts.
hotter, as far as like, I can't remember the time one wrestler was this hot in a very long time.
Right.
So I think it would be a mistake. I think like I said, the Cody situation was a little bit different where they were telling a story.
Hmm.
This is not a story. This man is literally slowly and organically grown a following.
That part.
Uh, and I mean, when the people speak, you got to make the move. And we saw that with Kofi Kingston. We saw it with Daniel Bryan or Brian Danielson, however you want to say his name.
Hmm.
Um, and we're seeing it again with Jey Uso, but I think this is a little bit different because right now I think Jey Uso is hotter than Daniel Bryan was
Man,
during that one year, and he's definitely hotter than Kofi Kingston was. So this is a little bit different. Um, let me fix my light here because look like I'm a little dark. Um, yeah, bro. Like I think it would be a really bad move for him to get to WrestleMania and not win the title, even if he's a transitional champion. I think
right,
you have to pay it off because, like, if you really look at the Bloodline storyline, other than Roman, Jey Uso has been the MVP. He has always been there in this story.
right.
Uh,
All from the beginning.
and if from the beginning, you remember the
From the
Roman's
beginning
very first opponent in this whole bloodline
was
shit
Jay.
was Jey Uso, and they fought at 2 pay-per-views. Then
Yep.
they kind of, we thought it was ending, and they fought at goodness, what last year I believe
The
it was
clash of the was it? It wasn't the clash
one
of
of
the
them. It was
champions,
one
was
of them. One of those pay-per-views they fought
Bad
last year.
Blood. Bad Blood. It
Not
was
Bad
Bad
Blood, I
Blood.
believe, was no, no, no. It was last year around this time. I forget the name of it. It might have been Elimination Chamber, where
Wasn't it? Because it was like red. It was like red when they fought.
the logo and everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everything was red.
I
Yeah.
can't remember what it was, but they did fight. So, and we thought that was gonna be the end, but now, Bloodline gets back together. Jay been off
Hmm.
doing his thing. I'm just saying, like, his journey through this started right when Roman's journey started with this whole bloodline thing. And if you look at
Yep.
his story he has a story itself. He has a story
Within
by
that.
itself in the yeah. And the fact that he left and he bet on himself as a singles competitor. And I mean, he's won intercontinental champion. He's been a tag team champion without a bloodline member. Remember, he was tag team champion with Cody for a little bit.
Yep.
So it was cool to see it finally pay off because, like I said, it's been slowly happening. This main event Jey Uso thing it's finally here. And I don't know, man. I'm stoked to see it. I really want to see it. My thing is now, who does he fight? Like, which, I guess we'll learn a little bit more on SmackDown coming on Friday. Is he gonna face Cody or is he gonna face Gunther? My belief, I'm just telling you my early belief. I think somewhere along the line, Gunther drops the title. Somebody gonna have to drop a title, whether it's Gunther or whether it's Cody. Somebody gonna drop a title because you do know, like, the one he chooses, whoever he chooses, well, the other champion, he has to go to Elimination Chamber and defend his belt.
And defend the belt. Right.
And maybe CM Punk gets it. Maybe Cena wins his 17th. We don't know. Um, it's cool. This WrestleMania is shaping up to be something that it's very hard to predict because it's so many big name players in this WrestleMania that it's hard to find out where it's gonna go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's hard to figure out where it's gonna go. Because you have Drew. Who's Drew gonna be up against? Who is CM Punk gonna be up against? Who does Cody fight? Is The Rock still in play? What about Roman Reigns? It's hard to kind of navigate. By this time, I kind of got at least half the card. I know what half the card is or what direction they're
Hmm.
going into.
Yeah.
I don't know nothing now. So it's like,
Look, they
and this is
pulled
the
us
best
for.
time.
Hey, I'm used to hearing you coming in the group and throwing them wild ass fucking
And they always
predictions
come
out there,
true. They
and then they
always come
hit.
true
You
though.
know what I'm saying? And then around this time, I be talking about how you done wrote the script. It's like,
Mhm.
no, I don't know now. You know
I
what I'm
don't
saying?
know.
Like,
I don't know what direction they'll go.
and like
Maybe
you
maybe
said, throwing the other title, man, into the elimination chamber. We already got two of the main people of all of this mixture that's been trying to complete a certain dream. I think what the elimination chamber is going to be is a gang of stars with hellified stories. You know what I'm
right,
saying? Who's to say
right.
we might not even get we might get Randy Orton to pop back up.
Yeah,
You
I
know
think
what I'm
that's happening.
saying?
I think that's happening because I don't think
Like,
Randy is really hurt. Is he
right.
hurt for real? I don't know. I don't know. I think he's just
Nah,
taking some time away
yeah,
for the
yep, yep,
story, you know.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, bro, like I'm excited to see what's going on with Jey Uso. Congrats to Jey Uso. It's been a long road for this brother.
yes, he
But
has.
I mean, from a tag team competitor to the guy, like he is legit. I ain't gonna
Always
say
been the
he's
first guy to like kind of step out and
right.
step up too. Like like you said in the beginning of the story, he already had a line because nobody wanted to step up to Roman and tell Roman what he was doing, and
Exactly,
he
exactly.
always been that guy to put his neck out there and
Hmm.
take the what I mean, take the bait off of
Right,
any fishing line. That's facts about him
right.
for sure.
So yeah, I'm excited to see it, man. I don't know where they're gonna go with it. It
Yeah,
would be I think WWE right now is in a position. Like, you ever heard of the term an embarrassment of riches? Like, they can go in
yeah,
any direction with this, bro. Like, I don't know, bro. I'm excited to see it. I can't wait to see
yeah,
it and see where this story goes. Um, I don't know, man. I just it would be cool to see him in. I don't know. It's so hard to predict, bro. So I'm just gonna like not even make no prediction and just like try to just watch and just be a fan. And
yeah,
that's what wrestling should be, man. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm really good at predicting what's gonna happen. But the
yeah,
fact that I don't know what's gonna happen this late in the game, and we're like 2 months out from WrestleMania, I like that. This is the way it
yeah.
should be. I should not be able to predict this. And you got, like I said, CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns. Um, you can
No,
throw
it's
Sami Zayn.
crazy,
You could
bro.
throw Sami Zayn in there. You could throw Cena. These are The Rock. This is
You can throw
and Jey
anybody
Uso.
can
That's eight major players right now that
and
can
Jimmy's
end up
still in the bucket. Like we still
right,
got Jimmy. You know what I'm saying? Like
right. And
Roman
don't
about to
forget,
be out. Roman
right.
about to
Don't
be
forget,
out.
you still got Solo lurking somewhere. You still got Jacob
Hey,
Fatu.
come on.
Um, it's a lot that can happen, and I'm excited to see it. I can't wait to see it. What I do want to talk about before we get you up out of here
Hmm.
is Charlotte Flair, and it
The
seemed
Queen.
like during the Rumble, she got a lot of cheers, a lot of accolades, a lot of admiration. That's the word I'm looking for. A lot of
Hmm.
admiration on the Royal at the Royal Rumble, but the next day she came out and got booed. Um, I think I ain't gonna say lately, but I would say maybe about halfway through her career at WWE, you kind of see the fans start to turn on her. And
Yeah.
it's like greatness hate. You ever heard of that term? Like,
It's like LeBron. It's like how
yeah,
people
it's
hate
like
on LeBron in
yeah,
a
people
sense.
hate LeBron, people hate Brady, Tom Brady.
Hmm.
You can kind of start even seeing it with a little bit with Patrick Mahomes, where it's like you're
Yep,
so
yep.
great, you make
It's
enemies.
like what it make a motherfucker sick.
Right.
Make a person sick
But
to the
I
point of
mean,
yeah,
here's my take on it though. Like, and I've been watching wrestling since the early 80s, right? I remember Glow. You know what I'm saying? I remember the women wrestling Glow, I don't know if you remember that.
nah,
But
man, they just dropped. Man, go
they got
ahead.
a Netflix. Yeah, they got
I'm
like
about
the
to check
Netflix.
that
Yeah,
out. I'm about to
yeah.
check that out for
But no,
real.
I mean back in the day you had Glow
Like they
wrestling.
had that, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. It
so
was
that's a
like,
real
yeah,
story.
you're right. So I know a lot about women's wrestling.
Hmm.
And when I see Charlotte Flair, she has something that other women wrestlers don't have. And it's hard to actually explain what it is, but it's more so like a air about herself. She has like a stature. Like you see Roman Reigns, right? Roman Reigns is Roman
He
Reigns,
got
but
that.
it's
Yeah,
something like a confidence, like a arrogance almost, but a
yeah,
confident arrogance about themselves that's kind of hard to teach. And
facts.
Charlotte has that, but not only does she have that, she is clearly, clearly, when you're talking about in-ring presence, in-ring psychology, move set, skill set,
All of that.
athleticism, stamina, she is above any other woman in her fucking field. Like when you see her in the ring, just say you see her in the ring with somebody like Bailey, which is Bailey's good in the ring. We all know that.
She fire. She fire in the
But
ring.
Charlotte is a level above that.
Yeah.
Easily a level above that.
Yep.
And when I see people say things like, "Oh, she was gifted. She was gifted a Royal Rumble win, or she was gifted these titles, and she was gifted."
Nah.
No, she's just that damn good. Charlotte is
Yeah.
just that damn good that it's hard for people like me who know wrestling not to give her what she deserves.
That part.
Um, yes, there are other good competitors in the ring, but it's just her talent. Charlotte Flair's talent is so hard to ignore.
Hmm.
It's so hard to ignore it. You could say Jade, you could say Rhea Ripley, you could say Bianca Belair, Naomi. There's so many other good women wrestlers out there. There are a lot of good ones. And a lot of good ones that aren't fully there yet, like a Jade. You know, Jade ain't really there yet. She might get there one day. Rhea Ripley's really good. Rhea Ripley is really good. But Rhea Ripley is not Charlotte Flair. She is
Man,
not Charlotte
none
Flair.
of them. You
And
just said the best thing.
she operates on another level. And when I see people say things like she was gifted this or she is awarded this or I'm tired of her being champion. Well, what do you want her to do? How
Yeah.
you tired of her being champion? She was out for a year and a
She
half,
done been
damn near.
gone almost 2 years.
So, you know, yeah, yeah. In a perfect world, you
She
would
done
like
gave
to see some.
everybody a turn.
Right?
This is
Exactly.
exactly what she did. She gave everybody a turn. What you supposed to do when
Exactly.
you
Exactly.
got the accolades she got? Like people don't understand. Like, see, if Nia Jax, she has that confidence, right? But
Hmm.
what she don't have is the athleticism, and
Right.
that automatically puts you in a bucket or in your own place ASAP,
And don't get me
especially in
wrong,
the game of wrestling.
Nia Jax is really good in the ring. I
Yeah,
think
for
so. A
real.
lot of people complain about her past botches, but
Nah,
a lot of
if
people.
in the past Nia Jax is the past Nia Jax everybody is used to seeing, because when we first seen her, it was undeniably in our face. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? No matter how they say they shamed her for her weight and all of that, you know what I'm saying? She was still going in there and handling business. You know what I mean?
Right.
But as far as now, it's like once you put yourself in the box, it's over with. And she done put herself in the box too, and it's like she downplay what she really can do, which sometimes is good for only so long.
Right. No,
Charlotte, yeah, go ahead.
Nia Jax is good in the ring, and I
Yeah.
think she gets a bad rap. A lot of the botches back then, from a novice standpoint, and you look at that, and well, she got hurt. That means she's dangerous. No, a lot of time, like Nia Jax is like 3 times bigger than everybody she's in a ring with.
Right.
So she got to be extra careful. Otherwise, she's gonna hurt someone. This is just par for the course. That's just what's gonna
Yeah.
happen. Wrestlers get hurt. And you in a ring with somebody who's 3 times stronger, 3 times bigger, who can fall off the ring and not get hurt. Everybody else, they're gonna get hurt. So, like, yeah, there's been a couple botches. I think some was unfairly blamed on Nia Jax. But to get back to the point
Yeah.
of Charlotte Flair. Sorry, we got off on a tangent.
Yeah, we got off. Yeah.
No, it's all good. I don't know, man. I'm tired of the greatness hate. Um, she ain't gonna be champion forever. People need to realize that, and people gotta actually see why she's so good. Like she is like you've never seen her get blown up in a ring. You've never seen her, make a bad call. It's like I said, it's literally just hate because she's so good and she's like
Hmm.
a step above everybody else. And I'm not gonna say she deserved to win the Royal Rumble. I don't think nobody ever deserves to win a Royal Rumble because I mean we are talking about something that's scripted. I think Jay Uso more deserved it because he's literally been the MVP
Hmm.
of the day in day out MVP since this bloodline thing started during the COVID era. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? and he's always been there. He don't take days off. You could say Roman, but Roman takes months off sometimes. Sometimes months go by, we don't see Roman, but we have literally seen Jay every week for 4 or 5 years. And people see it. People see it. I mean, when you see
Yeah,
that crowd
man.
throwing up the
Yeah,
yeets, you know what I'm saying? It's a reason
they
why they
going
throwing
up.
up the yeets.
Yeah,
As far as Charlotte, I don't think Charlotte deserved it, but at the same time, I'm not mad at it for what Charlotte has done for the WWE. I'm not mad at it because I know what Charlotte is, in and out better than can dog walk and run circles around anybody else who stands in that ring with her. No matter if it's Rhea Ripley, no matter if it's Becky Lynch, Sasha Banks, Bailey, Naomi, anybody you can imagine. Like, she is that damn good, and there has never been a women wrestler with her pedigree. And
totally
not
agree.
only that, not only just the her confidence, her air, her the air that she had, like it's just something about her. When she's in the ring, you know you getting something special. So
Yep.
that's all I gotta say, man. It's a lot of hating, Charlotte hating going on.
Man, get
Um
off the queen, man. She the
that's the
queen
queen.
for the damn reason.
That's the queen.
I tried to tell them, man. I tried to tell them they ain't want to listen to
I
me.
can honestly
Not,
tell you, before we get out of here, bro, I can honestly tell you, bro, that even if her last name wasn't Flair, and
she still would be fire.
as a gymnast, who got into wrestling like 2 years before, who got to where
Yeah,
she is like 2 years before she thought about getting in the ring, she would still be there because she's that damn good. She is that damn good. Anyway, bro, before I get out of here, what's up with you, bro?
man. A little bit of everything, man. While we on the topic of wrestling, getting ready to do some wrestling content. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Not only, we've been behind closed doors, building on something, we had something come our way. In the midst of that, shout out to Warrior Pro Wrestling, New Generation Wrestling, and OVW. You know what I'm saying? If anybody know about those, go do your research. We got on the 12th next week. We got an interview we lined up with a big whiskey, Jared Kripke. He
Okay.
was appearance on the Wrestlers Netflix series,
Right.
which is like
Okay.
7 episodes deep, pretty fire.
I'm gonna
It's
check that out
touchy.
too. I want to
It's
check that
touchy
out too.
too, dog. Like it kind of, it the things that we always be thinking, you know what I'm saying? Just on a normal aspect of this stuff, you know what I'm saying? Most people don't get to really see how it's the OVW, if y'all don't know too, John Cena and them came from over there and
Right.
all that, man.
Hmm.
So yeah, working on that, bro. Then they just offered us to be commentators. So you know what I'm saying? Be looking out for some content with that as well.
I
Just
can't wait to see it, bro.
man, just building a brand, bro. You know what I'm saying? About to drop a new deal for the graphic design business today. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that'll be working, man.
All right, bet. All right, man. Thanks for popping on with me, man. I told you to be quick, and
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna hit you up for some more segments. But
man, we ready.
thanks for popping in, bro.
For sure. Peace, y'all.
So that was my interview, and I keep calling that interview. That ain't no damn interview. Those are segments. Cody's a damn part of the show. Can never do an interview with Cody, man. He an integral part of the show. So a segment. So I did my segment with Cody. Hope y'all liked it. But now I got to go into more current wrestling news. Like I said before, if you didn't feel that we were in WrestleMania season then, you know you feel it now. And that's how I felt. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, leading up to everything, and this has been going on probably since maybe that first Saturday night main event back in December. I didn't know. Like, it's hard. It's hard for me to. It was hard for me to kind of put together the WrestleMania picture. By this time last year, I knew before they even announced it what the whole card was gonna be. And even if you go back to those Dummast podcast shows, I called it all. I called it before, I called it during, and I called it after. They threw me for a loop, and I'm gonna tell you, it was very hard to actually see, you know, what was going on and what we were gonna get at WrestleMania, or what we are getting at WrestleMania. And it's still up in the air. I mean, the only matches that's been called so far is Charlotte versus Tiffany Stratton, Jey Uso versus Gunther, and I'm guessing we getting Cody Rhodes versus the heel John Cena. And I can't wait to talk about that. I can't wait to talk about that. And we still don't know where everything going, but the picture is a little bit more clear now. If you look on social media, a lot of people were saying the same thing. This lead up to WrestleMania has been boring. We don't know what's going on. Then Rock came back and he just confused the fuck out of everybody. First at Netflix. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the first Raw on Netflix. Confused people. That legit confused people because you saw Rock playing it up to Roman Reigns. You saw Rock playing it up to Cody Rhodes, and it just looked like we weren't getting Rock at Mania, and it was just weird. We didn't know what was going on, but we rolled with it. Some good PLEs in between. You had Elimination Chamber, which was just passed, but then you had one in between, and you had another Saturday Night Main Event. But still, the picture, the landscape of WrestleMania was still unclear, still foggy. We still don't know what was going on. But what happened at the Elimination Chamber, and before I even get into that, actually, I'll say that afterward. Well, I'll talk about the Elimination Chamber as a whole, and I will throw this before I get into it. I thought Elimination Chamber was probably one of the top 5 pay-per-views, PLEs, whatever you want to call it, of all time. Like, it was that damn good. But let me go back to Cody. So, I'm sorry, Cody and Cena. That heel turn. Now, if you don't know by now, John Cena, after 17 years, has finally turned heels. And he came in as a heel. He had little instances as a heel earlier in his career. But we, as wrestling fans, have been clamoring for a real John Cena heel turn. As popular John Cena, as the John Cena we all know. And we finally got it. With 10 months left on this dude's career, because he called his retirement, he turns heel. He turns heel. Nobody, you know what? People can say they called it, and you might, you might have called it. This might have crossed your mind. This might have been something that you were thinking about. But I can honestly say, it still should have shocked you. Because you never know who has the pen and what they're writing and if it's actually going to come to fruition. It was in my mind that John Cena could turn heel. But at the same time, with 10 months left in your career, because John Cena had already called that this will be his last year. And he's going to be full time. He has like 50 some odd dates for wrestling events. It was still hard to believe that this would happen with so much little time left. But I mean, that heel turn that we saw at Elimination Chamber it ranks up there with some of the greatest heel turns of all time. It ranks up there with Hogan joining the NWO as the third member. It ranks up there with Seth Rollins backstabbing the rest of the Shield, Ambrose and Reigns, and hitting them with the chair. It ranks up there with some of the best heel turns and swerves that you can get. And this right here is why we're wrestling fans. The ability to tell a story. And I'm going to tell you something. There's a lot of people out here saying they called it. They did this, they did that. But the clues leading up to the heel turn is something nobody ever talked about. Like I said, it was in the back of my mind that this could happen. But the connecting of the dots that they did, when you talking about the throat slash, when you talking about him holding up the three, the Rock and Cena, Cena has done this his whole career. Rock was doing this, and we didn't even really pick up on it. And for the people that's listening and not really watching, I'm throwing up the John Cena. Looks like the old Dudley 3D. You hold up 3 fingers and you I don't know why Cena does that, but he's done that for the longest. And The Rock was doing it, and we never caught it. We never caught it. Nobody ever connected that dot. You could say you predicted this all you want to, but unless you saw these steps and clarified these steps leading up to the John Cena heel turn, I don't want to hear it, because at that point it's just a guess. At that point it's just a guess. The throat slash, him saying 1, 2, 3. We still don't know what that means, but we saw it again. The watch. Now, if you watch the Elimination Chamber, they call it brass knuckles, and I can't blame them for it. They so far away, but Michael Cole and goodness, his name escapes me right now, but they were calling it brass knuckles, but it was really the watch that Cody Rhodes gave to John Cena. I mean, Cody Rhodes gave to The Rock. There were so many things that we should have caught on, but we didn't. The fact that John Cena did one of the most heelish things you could possibly do, just inserting yourself into an elimination chamber. Would I actually qualify? Everybody else had to qualify. Punk had to qualify. Logan Paul had to qualify. Drew McIntyre had to qualify. Seth Rollins had to qualify. Who else am I missing? Damian Priest. All these wrestlers had to qualify. John Cena just said, I'm in it. After losing the Royal Rumble, he just said, I'm in it. And when you think about it, who could have actually put John Cena in one of the biggest, most star-studded elimination chambers ever? Only person that could have did that was The Rock. This is storytelling at its finest. This is what we've been asking for. And like I said, leading up to this, I was just like, are they really going to go with Jey Uso versus Gunther as the attraction here? And nothing wrong with Jey Uso. I'm feeling the Jey Uso wave. I'm feeling it. The whole Jey Uso train. I'm on it. Yeet. I'm on it. I'm with it. I'm on it. I'm feeling it. But it's not enough. It's not enough. Charlotte Flair versus Tiffany Stratton, not enough. We need star power. We need pomp and circumstance, if that's what they call it. And that's what we get. There is nothing right now bigger than John Cena versus Cody Rhodes. Heel John Cena versus Cody Rhodes. White meat babyface Cody Rhodes at the grandest stage of them all, WrestleMania. There's nothing bigger than it. I want to see it. I want to see it. I'm excited for this Mania. I can't wait to see it. This is going to be huge. We still are 50 days out from WrestleMania. And another thing that just really popped in my head, but I don't think we're going to get Cena anytime soon, but I want to hear that promo so bad. I have to know why. I want to know the where, what, and why. Like, I want to hear all of it. But I don't think we getting Cena for a while, because even even The Rock said John Cena right after that hopped on a plane and flew to Africa to do a movie, which is cool itself because it plays into the narrative that maybe The Rock hooked John Cena up with another movie role. This has so many legs, because I don't even think John Cena is going to stay heel for the duration of the last 10 months of his WWE career. For those who also don't know, John Cena is tied with Ric Flair for the most world championships. Is he going to break that record? There's so many legs to this story, and I'm here for it. I'm definitely here for it. I can't wait to see what goes on. I'm excited about this pay-per-view. Raw is tonight in about 50 minutes, so I'm not going to hold court too long. But I definitely just had to get on here and talk some more wrestling. Like I said, this is a whole wrestling latent show, so I'm sorry I had to do it. I'm just that excited. To be honest, I was going through a little creative block, which often happens. I go through a creative block and you guys don't get content from me. I try to edit some stuff and get some stuff out there, but I've been going through a little creative block. But this whole that elimination chamber, which I'm gonna get through from top to bottom, that whole elimination chamber just got the creative juices flowing. And I was thinking about how I was going to get on here. Was I going to do this with Cody or Charlie G, or get some more people in here to do this with? And I thought it just for me to flesh everything out, I had to get on here and talk about this pay-per-view solo dolo, just from top to bottom. So let me kick it off. I'm going to kick off Elimination Chamber. I'm gonna kick off Elimination Chamber, and then I'm gonna finish it up with talking about Cody and Rock and Cena and Travis Scott, whatever the fuck he was doing back there. But it is what it is with that. But so the pay-per-view kicks off with the Women's Elimination Chamber match. So they had this whole narrative about this whole story about who attacked Jade, kind of like who shot JR, but who attacked Jade. We don't know who did it. I kind of thought it could have been Bianca and Naomi. That's what my initial thought is, and maybe they just pulling us for a swerve, which turned out to be true. But we don't know about Bianca. But Jade came back after, 2-3 months? I can't remember. Maybe about 2-3 months. And made it seem like she was going after Liv Morgan. But just kind of sidewalked Liv Morgan and whopped Naomi right in the face and whooped her ass. I mean, what a way to start off a pay-per-view. To learn to get that other side of that story right off the bat on a pay-per-view before a match even starts. I mean, I don't remember anything like that, and it was cool to see. It was definitely cool to see. I enjoyed that, and it was like the perfect way to kick off your pay-per-view, like the perfect way. I gotta stop. Give me 1 second, y'all. I got these pops coming in. Let's see if I can turn my mic. Hopefully that's not fucking up everything. But yeah, that was just the perfect way to start off a pay-per-view. I really enjoyed it. And then you get into the match, and the match was amazing. I mean, amazing. Hard-hitting, creative, telling stories in the ring. That's what wrestling is all about. And we get Bianca Belair coming out of the chamber. And that was just a beautiful thing. It was just a beautiful thing from top to bottom. I think the right women won the Elimination Chamber. And so there's still some meat on the bone here, because everybody knows Bianca and Naomi are tag team partners, best friends. So is Jade and Naomi. And so we don't know what is really going on here, but it seems like Bianca's going to be caught in the middle. Now, my question is Bianca Belair the mastermind behind all this? Does she have anything to do with this? I want to know what y'all think about that. Is Bianca Belair somehow involved in the attack on Jade? It's interesting to see. I want to know what y'all think. But I'm gonna scoot on to the next match, which I think is kind of like the weak part of Elimination Chamber. But if you look at the match in its own little bubble and not around the rest of Elimination Chamber, it was still a good match. Did not disappoint. It wasn't like the rest of the stuff we saw, but it was still really good. And that was Trish Stratus and Tiffany Stratton versus Nia Jax and Candice LeRae. Really good match. Good, solid match. The right team won. The right team won. Trish Stratus, Tiffany Stratton. Not too much I could say about that. Nothing really happened that I didn't think that would happen, but still good nonetheless. I'm going to move on to another match that I thought was just crazy. I mean, just crazy. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn let it all out in the ring. I mean, it was hard hitting. It was just exactly what we thought it would be. Unsanctioned match. They turned the lights off. The referee had different clothes on, some darker clothes. It visually, it just looked exactly how I always thought unsanctioned matches should look. How they used to look back in the day. Cut off the lights and make it look like the organization, and they absolve themselves of everything that's going on in the ring, and that's what it looked like. It was played perfect, and Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn left it all on the line. Great match. I mean, great match. I don't do the whole 5-star things like that. I think that shit is lame, but Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, they went for the gusto, and it turned out to be just really good. And so at the end of it, Kevin Owens does win. He does take Sami out on the up and up. I mean, it was an unsanctioned match, but I mean, they squabbled and Sami lost. I'm a big fan of Sami. I'm a big fan of Kevin Owens, but I think I'm a bigger fan of Sami at this point in his career. And Sami Zayn just he's not Kevin Owens. He's not Kevin Owens. And Kevin Owens right now is doing some of the best work of his career right now. So is Sami Zayn, but like Kevin Owens as a heel, he is a top tier heel now. He's always been a good heel, but now he is something different. His promos, his whole axe to grind against the Bloodline and Cody Rhodes and anybody who gets in his way. That's top tier level heel work. And I'm feeling it and I'm here for it. And I would also say, just like I said in the previous 2 matches, the right person won. So then something else happens. So while Kevin Owens has been on this heel run, he's been taking people out left and right. Took Cody out. Took Zayn out. He took Randy Orton out. Guess who comes back to get his hands on Kevin Owens? Randy Orton. Now, this is another thing I thought could happen. I thought maybe at Mania, I was thinking maybe we get another KO in Zayn match at Mania, which would be a great match. Because they've always been back and forth. They've always had this ongoing story about not so much not being able to trust each other, but just that rocky relationship. And it's played out in NXT, it's played out on the main roster, and now it's paying out at PLEs. But Randy Orton coming back and exacting his revenge, setting up a match. And I think this is what we're going to get. We're going to get Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens at Mania, which right move. It's the right move. Randy Orton came back to a thunderous applause, beat the shit out of Kevin Owens, and was about to give him the fucking legend killer. And for those who don't know what the legend killer is when he catches his opponent on all fours and he just cleans their clock with a boot right to the mug. That right there would have been perfect, but they didn't give it to us. Which honestly, it still is the right move. It's hard, and I keep saying that the right person won, the right thing happened. This pay-per-view was so fucking good. It was so fucking good. I loved it, but I like I said, him getting that boot would have been perfect. But right now, we don't need perfection. Right now, you need to string me along. I want to see Kevin Owens get that boot at Mania. That would be bigger. And I'm glad they held off on that moment. But yeah, overall, those matches really good. Up until so you had the women's chamber, really good. You had the women's tag match, Candice LeRae, Nia Jax, Tiffany Stratton, and Trish Stratus. Good match. Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn. I mean, really good match. Like, really good match. Like, ups and downs and false finishes. Really good match. Randy Orton returned. Really good. They did the right thing. Now, we're at the men's elimination chamber now. Men's elimination chamber. I think I ran down all the opponents. I'm going to run them down again. Logan Paul. Did I think Logan Paul was going to win? No, not even a chance, but it's good that he got in there. It's good that they're billing Logan Paul as the attraction he is. And he's a full-timer now. So I do see titles in his future. But right now is not the time because we got to tell stories right here at WrestleMania. CM Punk. I honestly thought CM Punk was the guy. I thought he was the guy. I thought he was going to be the one who gets taken out. Didn't happen. And there's a story within there because Seth Rollins, who also was in the chamber, got eliminated. And came back in the chamber to stump Punk. And that's why Punk did not win the chamber. So, again, storytelling in the ring. Yeah, characters are good. Yeah, promos are good. But if you can tell a story in the ring, that flippity flop bullshit, all good and dandy. But if you can't tell a story in the ring, what are you doing it for? And that's what WWE is giving us right now. Stories in the ring. It may not play out as fast as you want it to play out because the story is not done. The story's not over. Anyway, Damian Priest. I didn't think Damian Priest was going to win this. Not at all. I didn't think Damian Priest was going to win this. But there's a story in there. Because I think we're at some point going to get it. Maybe at Mania, we're getting Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre. Which something that threw me off was Drew McIntyre being the first one to get eliminated. And eliminated pretty quick in that match too. Like he got eliminated first. I'm thinking maybe he might be the one at the end or one of the last three. No, they got him out of there quick. And like I said, there's a story in there. Okay. We had John Cena. I'm missing somebody. CM Punk. I'm missing somebody. I feel like I'm missing someone. No. I think I got everybody. CM Punk, Seth Rollins. Yeah, I didn't speak about Seth Rollins, but he got eliminated, and he, like I said, he came back in and attacked Punk. So I think we're getting Punk and Seth Rollins rematch. Really good match at Netflix. The Netflix first Raw. That was a really good match. I think we're getting a rematch of that, which would be huge. But the person to win the Elimination Chamber was John Cena. A babyface, a white meat babyface, John Cena. And I do want to talk about something before we get too far away from it. The level of respect that John Cena and CM Punk gave each other throughout the duration of that Elimination Chamber match was great. I love seeing it. These guys like talking shit, and then you could kind of hear them say, I missed you, man. I missed this. And then you could hear CM Punk say the same thing. Yeah, I missed this. And they hug in a ring. That was amazing to me. I loved it. Again, stories in the ring. You cannot beat that. You cannot beat those moments in the ring. And that's what WWE is giving us. There was a time in that match. And I don't know if everybody caught it. But it was where you had CM Punk, John Cena, and Seth Rollins all in the ring looking at each other. And then you see Seth Rollins talking shit to both of them. So CM Punk and John Cena both turn to Seth Rollins and they jump Seth Rollins. And to me, the very first thing I thought about while that was happening was Iron Man versus Captain America and the Winter Soldier. When they had, like, you had Cap on one side, you had a Winter Soldier on the other side, you had Tony Stark, Iron Man in the middle. and he was fighting them both, and that it looked just like that. That moment got me off the couch because I was like, anybody knows I'm a huge Marvel MCU movie guy, not so much the comics, but a movie guy. So I love that shit. I you cannot tell me they didn't play that. They had to play that. Maybe because I think Seth Rollins is a comic book nerd. I think that was planned, and it was great. They did that perfect. But again, the admiration, the admiration, the love, the level of respect that Cena and Punk gave each other through that match was something special to see. So, John Cena wins the Elimination Chamber. I think I already mentioned that. John Cena wins, and he's in the ring celebrating. He gets his trip to WrestleMania, and John Cena, he is going to fight Cody Rhodes for the I guess for the WWE title, but to become the greatest the greatest WWE champion with 17 title reigns. That's what's on the line. And he's in the ring celebrating, and then you get Cody's music hit. So Cody's coming down to the ring, and you would think maybe a stare down, maybe a back and forth promo. I don't know what we getting, but I'm here for the shit because Cody's coming to the ring and he's about to address the person who just won the Elimination Chamber and who he's gonna wrestle at WrestleMania. Soon as Cody gets to the ring, didn't much happen, but then The Rock's music played. The Rock's music played, and it was some badass music. I really liked that shit. That shit was dope. But Rock's music played. He walks out there with Travis Scott, and he wants his answer. Cody, I need your soul. I want your soul. Cody Rhodes tells him, these fans and this ring has had my soul for the longest. So here's your answer. Fuck you. Fuck off, or whatever the fuck he said. And the place went apeshit. The place went apeshit. There was only one person in that ring, two people in that ring, and two people in that whole stadium that wasn't making noise. And it was a person who said fuck off, which was Cody Rhodes, and a person who got said fuck off too. And they both were stone-faced, like stone-faced, just grilling each other. You see John Cena in the background. He's pumping his fists. He's cheering, you know, he's egging Cody on. And then you get the hug and the embrace by John Cena and Cody Rhodes. And then this is what got me off my seat. It literally got me off my seat. And it was the face that John Cena had. I've never seen John Cena make this face. No smiles. No admiration. No playing up to the fans. I've never seen John Cena with this look, and I noticed it. And I said, oh, shit. Oh, shit. It's about to happen. We finally going to get heel John Cena. Then you see The Rock throat slash. Well, I don't know. One throat slash. It's like a cheek slash. It was weird. Somebody need to show him how to really do a throat slash. He was slashing his cheek. Weird. But, yes. So, the look between The Rock and John Cena just let you know the ball was about to drop. Kick to the nuts. And when I tell you they beat the living shit out of fucking Cody Rhodes, the sound of the belt hitting Cody on top of the head, you heard it. You heard it. He busted him for real. Like that was a sound. I've heard people get hit with shit, and that's what it sounded like. That thud. So you get that thud, you get them busted open, you get The Rock taking off the weight belt that said Cody's soul and it has Dusty's Dusty's something with I think Dusty's the years he was alive to the year he died. And he just beating the shit out of fucking Cody Rhodes. He's taking Cody Rhodes' blood and putting it on the belt. You had Travis Scott. Travis Scott. He's beating the shit out of Cody, and he's smacking. Somebody need to teach him to not lay it in so hard. He's beating the shit out of Cody's face. But that was played perfect. And like I said in the beginning, you can compare this to Hulk Hogan's heel turn, any heel turn that you remember. I can't remember, other than Hogan, I can't remember a heel turn this pivotal. Pivotal. Did I say that right? Pivotal. Yeah. I can't remember a heel turn this important. And it literally just sets up so much for WrestleMania. I thought last year's WrestleMania, with the story they were telling, was end all be all. This has the chance to be even bigger. And you want to know something? Where's Roman Reigns in all this? Like, it's so much that can happen in 50 days. So much. Let me look at the time, because like I said, I do not want to miss Monday Night Raw. Okay, so we got about 30 more minutes for me to keep going. I'm not going to take 30 more minutes, but I just want to wrap that up. With all that being said, I can't remember a pay-per-view where everything was done right. I can't remember. I can't. Nowhere in this pay-per-view I can knock it. Even the press conference after, with John Cena going up to the podium, turning on the mic and just dropping the mic and walking off. Everything, every I was dotted and T's were crossed. This was something different. And if this is what it's like leading up to Mania, Mania is going to be bigger than it was last year. And I'm here for it. I'm 100% here for it. To me, this Elimination Chamber 2025 is top 5 that I've ever seen. And there wasn't that many matches. It was only, what, you had 4 matches, and you had the Rock, Cena, and Cody Rhodes promo at the end. You talk about efficient. You talk about just everything just coming together. You know, everybody was confused. I'm gonna say that again. Leading up to this WrestleMania, I was confused. I didn't know what was going on. I still wanted to kind of hang back. Let's see where this goes. And you know, they didn't disappoint. They didn't disappoint. This was a really good pay-per-view, and it just makes me so excited for what we're getting next. All right, I think I talked enough. I think I talked enough. But I do want to say before I get out of here, definitely, if you enjoyed this episode of the Dummast Podcast, you know what I'm gonna tell you to do: like, share, subscribe. Help us build this thing, and I'm gonna keep pumping out more episodes. I don't think I got anything else to say. I want to know what y'all think. I definitely want to know what y'all think. So please get in these comments. I'm gonna clip this shit up. Definitely getting them comments too. But I mean, definitely like, share, subscribe, so we can keep putting out content. All right. Well, again, this was episode 84 of the Dummast Podcast. I am out. Peace.